Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Jordan Steffen, and today we're going to talk a little bit about audio, specifically microphones and how to get them into your computer for doing something like a live stream or a podcast. And this is going to be from no budget to low budget. A lot of people, when they think about recording podcasts, they have an audio recorder, or you see on the higher end, like you've got a mixer, like the Rodecaster, or something even more high end than that. You know, not everyone is at that level yet, and maybe you have some microphones lying around, maybe you don't yet, but you need something that doesn't cost $500+ just to get going. You know, a lot of traditional mics, like the one you see on so many podcasts, the Shure SM7B, I believe. That one is an XLR mic, so you're going to need a way to get XLR into your computer, which means on top of the microphone, you're going to need an audio interface. And on top of that, the level that comes out of those mics are so low, you're going to need a preamp on top of that to boost the signal before it hits the audio interface. So now all of a sudden you're looking at serious equipment just to get that audio into your computer, when all you wanted to do was do a live stream or start a podcast. So I'm going to show you some other options. Now, yes, I did mention no budget options, and you might be thinking, how can that be possible? No budget. Everything costs some money. Well, technically, no budget would be anything you're making for yourself that no one's paying you to do. Therefore, you don't have a budget to make it. But I am actually using it more to refer to not having to spend any additional money than you've already spent. So let's say you've got a camera, a DSLR or mirrorless, and you have something like this, the Rode video mic. Any of the various flavors of it, the Video Micro, this is the Video Mic Pro Plus. Any of these, you've already got the mic. It's a fine mic. These can go into your computer just fine. A lot of people don't know this, but this mic is more than capable of putting really high quality audio into your computer without that much more equipment. But I'll get to that in a second. The other option you might consider, especially if you've got a room that's not treated, something that's very echoey. I'm in my bedroom, I've got a rug below me, I've got a soft absorbative bed right here. I don't have too much reverb going on in this room, so I can get away with something more like a shotgun, like the Rode. But if you're in a loud space, a crowded space, say you want to record your podcast in the airport or a coffee shop, you're going to need something that is a bit more focused on just your voice and kind of blocking out a lot of the background noise. For those environments, and especially if you're going to be sitting within arm's reach of your computer, an inexpensive lavalier mic like this one, that's actually designed to work with a smartphone, will actually work right out of the box with a computer. This particular one is made by Movo. You can find it on Amazon or B&H. I'll include links down below for all of this stuff I talk about today too, so you can check that out. These are really convenient. Like I said, it is a short cable, so it's going to be something where your laptop's sitting right across from you, or your desktop computer. But these work well. Clip on your shirt. And then the last option is going to be something like this USB mic right here. Now, there are a number of these as well. Blue Yeti. This is the Rode NT USB. They have an NT USB Mini now, I believe. These more like broadcast quality mics that actually, rather than having an analog interface and connecting with XLR and needing an audio interface to connect that to your computer, actually run right with a USB cable. So this one's just plugged right in with a USB cable. Couldn't be more simple. So that's something, if you do have maybe a little bit of a budget, I would recommend going for something like this. On the topic of these kinds of microphones, you can get boom arms that attach to your desk. Some that actually screw into the desk itself, some that just like clamp to the edge of your desk. But with those, or like this Rode, actually I have the video mic on it, but this little stand right here that sits on the desk, you're really gonna want some sort of vibration suppression. Now, this doesn't come with any out of the box. Some higher end microphones actually have internal suspension that isolate them from vibrations. But if you're on a desktop, and I found this out the hard way, you click the mouse, you type on the keyboard, all of those vibrations are going to travel right into the microphone, and it's going to sound very boomy. And yes, you can fix some of that if you roll off the bottom end using an equalizer, but it's overall quite distracting. So an inexpensive workaround for that is to get a boom mic stand that actually sits on the floor. Something like this right here. You can see I just got this boom mic stand here, booms over. This is something you might expect to find on a stage or recording a guitar amp in a music studio, but it actually works really well in this setting because it gets that mic off of the desk, therefore greatly reducing your vibrations. Yes, of course, if you're stomping around the room, you are still going to pick up vibrations, but if you're just sitting at your desk like I am here, it's going to really help a lot with that. And these things are like, at the time of recording this, like $30, whereas a quality boom arm that attaches to your desk is going to be at least $100, and then you're still going to need to find a shock mount solution on top of that. So this is a really nice low budget solution to the problem of mounting a higher quality microphone and not worrying about the vibrations coming through. Now, if you're not going the digital route with something like the Rode NT USB, but you're instead going to go analog, there's a few things you have to know, and these things are a little bit of trial and error. A lot of computer manufacturers, it's unclear what they're using in their components, but there are two main types of connectors when you're dealing with analog audio and consumer electronics and computers, laptops, that sort of thing. I know for sure Apple uses TRRS, which is tip ring sleeve. That's like this, where you've got the tip and then you've got two rings and then a sleeve at the base. The standard that you may think of as like your aux cord in your car or with a speaker is going to be tip ring sleeve. See, there's a tip, a ring, and a sleeve, versus this one, which is a tip, two rings, and a sleeve. Now, smartphones are expecting the TRRS, this one. Computers are also, well, Apple computers at least, are expecting that, whereas something like a DSLR is expecting TRS, like this, the tip ring sleeve. So this gets confusing because, you know, this mic comes with a cable. It's TRS on both sides, both like the male connector like this, and you run one into the mic and one into your camera, and that works great. And you think, oh, well, maybe I could just plug this into the headphone microphone combo jack on my MacBook, and you do it and nothing happens. And that's because the computer wants the TRRS input. Now, there are a couple different manufacturers of adapters to adapt from TRS to TRRS. The most common one you'll find is from Rode, same people that make the mic. I will admit this is expensive for what it is. It's like $15, but this is pretty much the best one you can get, and one of the only ones you'll really find that actually do what's advertised. So essentially, and I should mention, I'm using a long cable here. This is like a 9-foot cable. This has got the TRS on both ends like that. So with a mic like this that has the jack on the back of it, this is perfect. If you are using a mic where the one end is hardwired, rather than getting a cable with two male connectors, you're going to need an extension cable where you've got female on one end, male on the other. So anyway, this extension cable, or longer aux cord, or however you want to call it, plug one end into the microphone, then this other end into the Rode adapter. This is the, I think it's called SC4, and again, I'll link all this stuff down below if you want to check it out. I will be using affiliate links, which, if you're not aware, at no additional cost to you, will actually pay me a small commission and help support the channel. So appreciate you checking those out. But anyway, so this goes into the adapter, and then this tip ring sleeve, the TRRS, will go right into the back of my iMac here, or your laptop, or if you have a phone, into your phone. If your phone is like an iPhone that doesn't have a headphone jack, you put that little dongle, the lightning to headphone adapter, and those are all expecting the TRRS. A little bonus here, if you wanted to use a mic like this with your DSLR or mirrorless camera and you want to bring the mic towards yourself, because these mics always work best within a foot or two, and so let's say you have your camera across the room to get a wide shot, just using this cable like this without the adapter straight into your camera will work as well. As I mentioned earlier, the Movo mic here, this lapel mic or lavalier mic, is actually designed to work with smartphones. It already has that TRS connector, that tip ring sleeve. Therefore, you don't even need this additional adapter. If you're going this route, this will plug right into the computer. Now, I'll link it below, but they do make a version that's more for DSLRs and mirrorless cameras and also like GoPros. That one you would need the adapter for. So just depending on what your main use is, would determine which one you pick up. I originally got this to record to my phone that I would have in my pocket, and I could be like wireless on the cheap. So that was convenient to find out I could just plug this right into my computer, and as long as I'm sitting close, it works. So there you have it, 3 no to low budget options to get upgraded audio for your live streams or podcasts. One more bonus, if you've got one of the old school iPhone headsets, the wired ones that actually have the TRRS connection at the end, not the ones that have come out in the last, I don't know, 3 to 5 years that are all lightning, but before they removed the headphone jack, those can actually plug right into your computer too, and you can use that microphone, you could like tape that to your shirt or something and get some decent audio that way too. So just a little bonus there if you really want to go completely zero budget and you don't already have a microphone. All right, so as I said earlier, links to all of these microphones, cables, adapters, the mic stand, everything will be in the description down below, and you can check that out. And again, if you use those links, they are affiliate links and they'll help out the channel at no additional cost to you. So that really goes a long way to helping me make more videos like this. So be sure to hit the like button before you click off this video, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Until next time, I need to figure out a sign off.